Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Needs to be up a touch. Okay. Right. I think we're good. I apologise for the mess that's all over my desk, but, you know, I can't... yeah, I've just been... Today, like yesterday and today, it was kind of crazy because I had so much stuff to do. It was pretty bonkers. So I got a lot done. Didn't train though, so priority wasn't training, priority was catching up from all the emails and work and things that were going down from last week to this week. So yeah, catching up and getting things done. But online clients are smashing it. I'm absolutely delighted. I've got a few competitors this year who are competing in shows coming up very soon. I've got clients getting ready for holidays, etc. And even clients that we're actually focusing more on performance rather than weight loss, which is quite cool. Like I like those long-term clients that I've had. I've had long-term clients for 5 years online specifically. So that's all going well. But today, it's horrible outside. It's really not very good vlogging weather. And you know how I like to walk down the street with my big old rig and camera, which probably isn't going to happen today. But I am going into London. I have 2 one-to-one clients, a new client starting this evening, and I have a training session to complete. I've got to get an upper body session in because I've been a bit lapsadaisical or not so good on that front. But I'll get that done. Upper body again. Today's content for this vlog is based on last week and how last week wasn't my usual place to train, to eat. I couldn't cook for myself. I couldn't do anything. So I'm kind of getting back on it, if you will. I'm not entirely sure if you can see it outside, but it is utterly miserable. Yeah. This time last year, Facebook has this thing where it reminds you of the good times. And I was arriving in Japan today, right now. It was cold there, but it wasn't wet. I've got a new protein bar to show you. So it's simply a case of cue the obligatory B-roll. These are Aldi protein bars. Now, they aren't great on the macros. They're pretty good. You know, you get about 9 grams, 10 grams of protein per bar, 175 odd calories per protein bar. So you have to eat 2, so it's about 350 to hit 20 grams of protein, which isn't amazing, but they do cost 49p. 49p. That's a typical meal for me there. So it's like an apple and some peanut butter and some protein bars. It's probably quite high because I'm having those 2 protein bars, but anyway, it's absolutely fine. It'll serve its purpose. I've got 2 calls now, 2 calls with online clients. Then I'm gonna get ready and go into London because I need to get that training session done. But yeah, it is very much a case of me getting back on it, like getting back on the bandwagon. And it's you know, when you have times with family and friends and stuff, it's difficult often to stick to a plan. I mean, when I'm dieting and getting ready for a show, there's a slight compromise, but generally I'm still very much aware of my goal. At the moment, it's slightly ambiguous, slightly open. So it meant that I did enjoy myself. I drank alcohol probably every day that I was away last week. And that's an important aspect. When I am on, I'm dieting. I'm getting ready for a competition, or I'm dieting for a photo shoot or whatever else. So I do make compromises. I don't necessarily drink as much. I don't go out and eat chips. I'll have salad instead. But this time, I just enjoyed myself. Bit gutted about the training, but I'm back on it.
Yeah, dude.
My name is Grim. The show begins.
Yo.
The show begins.
Yo.
Ooh. So let's give some sort of practical advice around getting back into it. So when you've had a period where it's not been quite the same as what you were doing previously, and it's been a bit itsy and bitsy, like what do you do? At the end of this, I'll go into a bit more detail, but bench press as an example that I'm about to start. I did 100 kilos 3 times 10 the last time I did my volume-based workout. So I am gonna go for 102.5, but feel it out a little bit. See how it goes, and then we'll take it from there. And at the end of the workout, after the B-roll and all that kind of stuff, I'll take you through my actual thoughts on, you know, what to do and what to apply when getting back into it after a short layoff.
All she needed was some. 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 Had a Clippers game on the court side. Watching niggas shoot like a 4-5. They mad at me too, I got more fight. Why these bitches see it? Go home ride. Go home ride. Seeing some memory in my bed, I'm a smart guy. I ain't fucking with you niggas like a part-time. Hits on my list, check my archive. I'm something so immaculate, instead of asking what's happening, rather blast it down to 5 in the back of an Acura, acting blacker than the Bernie Mac, Charlie Murphy's and Akon. The girls that you brought, man, where are they from? Where are they from? We were playing PlayStation. Why you standing there, say song? Girl, say song. No, this ain't a vacation. This is my house, my house. All she needed was some. 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 Bought a new bag, AK. Wanna take shots, AK, nigga. When I ball, I'm a ball King James, nigga. Uncle Ben in my hand make change, nigga. And I'm out of this world like Tang, nigga. That's a space bar, man, I hate y'all. You only come around when you wanna play pool on my hot tub. Ice cream paint job.
That was actually a pretty good session. Better than I expected it to be. You know, you always have that thing where you're like, oh my god, I've been away for a week, so things are going to be awful. But yeah, actually that was for those eagle-eyed viewers. I did pick up one of these new looking Kit Kat chunky peanut bar things. I just couldn't resist. I mean, it's a Kit Kat chunky with peanut bar. Woo. Where I train one-to-one clients is a Sainsbury's, so this is my kind of staple. It's a chicken sandwich. I think it's just under 400 calories, but it's got like 40 grams of protein in it. That's very nice. And then these Sun Bites, absolutely delicious. Again, I think they're about 120, 140 calories, but they're very, very good if my camera's going to focus. There we go. But these are awesome, really tasty. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this to get back to what I was talking about earlier. Right, so to my point. Now, with training, usually when I take a week off or I kind of a bit sporadic, it is a case of just kind of going back into what I had planned. So what I was already going to do. So what I'll tend to kind of maybe modify is how it feels. So let's say that I'm definitely struggling. So let's say I did 102.5 for 3 sets of 10, and I was really, really, really struggling. Then what I would do is I'd likely change things just a touch. So I would drop the weight by maybe 5 kilos or so on that instance, and then make sure that I hit all reps that I'm aiming for. So 10 to 12 reps, just to make sure I get the overall volume. And then next week I should be probably back to normal. Then from a nutritional perspective, like I said earlier in the day, in terms of your goals, that's obviously going to depend on whether you get back into a fat loss phase or a bulking phase or whatnot. But like I said, my goals are kind of a little bit, not all over the place, but they are building muscle mass, but they're not very specific. So my diet just tends to be regular protein, and that's pretty much what I've done today. Get back into eating regular servings of 30 to 40 grams of protein every 3 to 4 hours. The important thing is to not beat yourself up about it. You know, this is an acute period of time 1 week is not going to ruin an entire year's worth of training. So just sort of get back into that training program. Don't beat yourself up about it. Get back onto the diet that you were potentially following, or the guidelines or nutritional rules that you were following, and go from there. Simple as that, really. I have 2 clients tonight, but I'm gonna get some work done first. Yeah, busy day.
In the garage, I had a menage, I heard the vibes. But afterwards, it was awkward as fuck. Cause I'm nervous as fuck. You cannot get it up. I need a minute, cold water to the face. I couldn't finish, got the Uber from a